Hey there, Bourbon Street Joe here. Mrs. Joe has requested my presence on my days off. She's camping, and I've joined her. And the mosquitoes have joined me. And coffee says hi, as you can tell by the, happy to see me. Anyway, yes, funny hat. So this is a Soviet-era Afghanka hat. It's not the Panama style, it's the other one. It's got the little buttons on top and the little Elmer Fudd flaps come down and button under your chin. I'm not doing that because, yeah. Anyway, the reason for the funny hat and the mosquitoes is our ration for today, which is a Russian angler hunter ration. Civilian ration, obviously. This style may appear familiar to some of you. That's the other rations the company makes. I've reviewed the children's ration. There's the hunter angler. There's that tourist ration, which I didn't manage to get a hold of, but I'd seen on eBay years ago. And then there's this one, which they... I was going to keep the mosquitoes in here anyway, which they tout as a military ration. I've seen this one, if I put it up here or there or something. That's a more modern photo of it. Bastard. But they tout it as a military or special forces ration or airborne ration or what, paratrooper ration, something like that. But it's made by these guys. It's a civilian company. Though they may do military stuff as well because the contents are very similar to what's in a Russian ration. But, excuse me, that's what we're doing today. Seeing as how the camera setup is not ideal, I'm probably going to go over to the picnic table, which is over here next to the camper. Again, Mrs. Joe is here, but I'm solo. But we'll go through the contents. There is currently a fire ban on it in BC, so not supposed to have open flame. There is a fire pit over here, though, so I may be using the portable stove that's in here. It's safe. I'm not going to burn the forest down. Relax, people. So, come on, join me over there, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so we're going to try to do this quickly because the neighbors are waking up over here. So it's kind of a briefcase style and handle. Has a pull tab on it, which looks kind of goofy, but whatever. I can throw it up here. There was a translation I did earlier. It weighs about that much. I have no friggin' clue. I didn't weigh it beforehand. I didn't bring a scale, so it is what it is. Trash bag. Or possibly emergency poncho. I don't know. We have a tin of whatever this is, because this is going to have to translate over there. And again, we'll find out together. This is going to be like an apple jelly, apple butter. Some beef jerky. Have that cowboy on there. Apparently you can eat it while you're driving, while you're sitting on your couch, while you're drinking a beer, or dragging your children around. This is also a best before 2028, so this is kind of suspect as it is. I got our standard wipes, which may or may not be moist anymore. Again, one's for your hands, one's for your utensils. I'll indicate whichever. We have 3 sugars. We have our folding stove, how to use it without setting yourself on fire. matches are separate. We have, I'm not sure, they're kind of squishy. Oh, they are, Jeebus, they're Mentos. Never seen that packaging before. Looks like somebody's uniform, and apparently there's 10 inside. Best before 2017, pardon me. I did look at the translation. I think this is like a dried borscht soup, which is 7 years expired. Nutritional information on that, and it's shiny, shiny, shiny. A tin of something sloppy and liquid. The foil pouches actually held up pretty good, considering 250 gram of something liquid in there. I think there's a beef with barley. There's a chicken with rice. There's a tashanka, beef tashanka somewhere. I think that might be the tashanka. That seems really solid. So that's probably either the barley or the rice. Same. We have our usual made with best quality wallpaper paste biscuits, or however that translates. I think it's something like paste. See, the neighbors are waking up. Some weirdly like dance party spoons or whatever, and a fork. Napkin. Table of contents. I'll have to translate that. Yes, coffee's here. And speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm holding right there is coffee. Tea bag. One. Oh, another tea bag. I'll have to translate that. Put it around somewhere. Band-aids, maybe? Never seen that before in a Russian. Salt. Oddly discolored pepper. 3 water purification tablets, and 3 toothpicks. That's it. That's all. So let's get this heating or hydrating or whatever. Or coffee. Be right back. All right, so here's our setup for our breakfast. This is a mystery tin. It's either beef and barley or chicken and rice. I'm not sure which. We have our disinfectant wipe, which we will use, and we have some really noisy people next door. Oh well. Again, shouldn't work with kids and animals, but we will try to light that and get that lit, and down in here and get that on top, which I'm not going to do one-handed, so we'll see how this progresses. Well, that worked. So yeah, now it's like a Fernbark video here, and again, this is like 7 years expired or so. So let's see, 2018, 6 years expired. So I'm not even sure what this is. That looks a lot like it's probably beef and buckwheat, or that could be the chicken and rice. Anyway, it's going down there. That's probably not an ideal setup. We're going to problem solve this and be right back. Okay, so I chopped it up as best I can, but over half the tin is just solid, whatever that is. And because of the lack of height between the stove and the tin, it's just going to continue to do what it's doing. So, yeah. Hopefully we can heat that up to some palatable kind of degree and give it a taste test. Yummy. Back in a sec. Yeah, that's sizzling away over there. I don't know how well that's going to turn out. I think it's just going to end up getting scorched like it usually does in other videos. That's why I tend to try to heat those up in water if I can, just to try to get them heated through. And like I said, they're just so usually, especially some of them are so dense that they just burn. This is sweet corn in vegetable something or other. Or it's just tinned corn. All right. Get our wallpaper paste biscuits or army paste biscuits or whatever they are. Those are rancid and stale. So I don't think I'll be... Oh, no thanks. I mean, honestly, they're only good for a year, so they pretty much taste like the packaging. I don't know, there's something stamped on there, but good luck. There should be our... And yeah, the spoon's back over there, but it's not in the fire, so we're good. This is our apple. Oh, that sure as hell isn't. I think there was condensed milk. Maybe that's what this is. Yep, nope, that's condensed milk. Okay, then. That tastes kind of cheesy, which is probably not a good thing. Our wet naps are vaguely damp. At least they're cloth. Those have no scent to them. Again, one's hand and one's utensil. I'm not sure which is which, but I think they smell vaguely different, but maybe use that to get our cheesy milk off. Coffee's found a bone. Tinned corn. Smells like Niblet's corn. Bone apple teeth on that one. And that is good. It's tinned corn. I'm just going to go stir that. I'll be right back. So what I kind of figured was going to happen happened. So I did flip it, but you can see that this part is already scorched. And the reason I grabbed the camera was because there was fat just slowly cascading down the foil lid there. One of the worst ways to heat a ration I've ever seen is these little S-bits, especially when there's no liquid in it. I'm almost convinced the best way to do this is to pour some water into the tin, and at least you can use the water to conduct the heat a lot more efficiently than scorching one small spot of your meal at a time. But we'll let the tab do its thing and pull it off the fire and taste it in a couple minutes. So while that's still bubbling away over there, I mean, we're obviously not going to do 3 meals broken up over the day. I would like to do it that way. I'm not going to be here all day, and most of this is probably not going to be edible anyway, so we'll just carry on as though we were normal. This is pate, which is very much delaminated. And yeah, I don't even think maybe. I wasn't even 100% sure I wanted to open that, but well, at least the plastic sticks to something, right? I got goopy milk on me too. Great. It smells really metallic, but it's liver pate, so it's going to smell like that anyway. I don't think I'm going to try that, though. Seeing as how it's starting to discolor where it's been in contact with the tin. Corn's doing good so far. Beef jerky. Is there a tear? Hanging thing, but I think beef jerky from around the world, or jerkies from around the world would make a good video. Well, that's either nitrates coming out of the beef, which it probably is, but that could also be mold. Smells beefy-ish. I don't think I'm trying that either, to be honest. Maybe. It's salty and hard as a rock. It has a weird aftertaste to it. No thanks. Okay, so that leaves our soup. This one, which is probably our Tashanka. Let's see if this one gives it up easily enough. Yep, that's Tashanka, because that's nothing but fat in there. Apparently the dog's destroying the camper from inside. And this is probably our... Okay, so that other one is chicken with rice, and this looks like our beef with buckwheat. So I will swap either one or both of these out eventually, and maybe the fuel tabs died on that one, and we'll boil some water for this and try everything. Be right back. All right, this is Joe boiled some water for me. So this is our borscht. Try to get this over before the neighbors get a little too lively. Our tea. And a coffee. At least it doesn't look bad. I'm not going to go super heavy on those two because this one's supposed to take 500 mils, which is a little less than what I have. But and we got our sugar on standby. And yeah, we're going to stir that sucker up and see if we can have a feast here. Be right back. Okay, let's give everything a sample here. I think it's all heated through. I used all 3 fuel tabs. Again, very inefficient way of heating, like that, you know, so there's scorched. I'm sure there's other scorched bits under here as well. Like, it's a little softer, but it's still pretty solid there. This one was easier, the beef and barley. At least there was some meat juice in there that sort of helped along. The Tushonka, I mean, you can see the scum that's formed on there from just heating it through. There's a lot of fat in here. And it was bubbling away, but I mean, that's part of the problem of getting it to heat is the fact that you're worried about this stuff getting onto open flame, because you want to play with a grease fire in the field. I sure as heck don't. Anyway, we have our coffee. It's not bad. It's not bitter. It's not acidic. It's a darker flavored roast to it. Tea. Yeah, I spit that out. That's just nasty. It's not even... It's like metallic tasting or something. I don't know what's going on with that. The borscht, I think it's supposed to be fortified with meat, Siberian borscht or something like that. It's thickened up quite a bit. You get your chunks of beets in there. And not something I want to really hold on to because these are really thin aluminum cups. There's a lot of dill in there, which is how it should be. It's good. Bit of a tin taste to it, but it's good soup. Try some of our, as I've come to figure it out, crunchy chicken and rice. Crunchy is actually kind of nice. Looks like dark meat chicken. It's kind of salty. That wasn't why I coughed though, but has a bit of an underlying metallic taste to it. But it's been in a metal tin for 6 years, 7 years. And oddly enough, the flies were leaving everything alone until I sat down to film. Big surprise. Our beef and buckwheat. Kind of salty again. Buckwheat's cooked nicely though. It's very stodgy, but very soft. It's not really chewy. Get out of there. Get out of there too. Your beef's in small pieces. What is not in a small piece is obviously this Tashanka. Get some of the fat off that. Get a little goopy, cartilagey connective tissue bit there. Give that a try. Oh, I've hot. That's good. As pretty standard, I think it's like a cheaper cut of meat. Fatty. Again, a lot of connective tissue, which means flavor. Until that sucker's steaming away. I'm probably going to burn my mouth. Don't do it, Joe. I'm going to do it. Oh, that's good. See the baby's awake next door. Awesome. Big chunk of fat there. And again, I don't have any problems with European food like this. Like it's wholesome, it's hearty. It's definitely a kind of like a down-home taste for the troops. Like Baba used to make. Baba would be your grandmother. But, you know, again, not the most efficient way of heating stuff. It just kind of scorches everything on the bottom here. And yes, the crispy bits are nice, but obviously there's a crow flying around. Probably raven. And I mean, even if it isn't dry, adding a bit of that helps. Fatty, crispy, salty. Don't need anything else. Of course, also having said that, you're not going to save this to pour into that, so. Anyway, I got to deal with all this before the flies take it away. And guess maybe I'll do a way out when I get home. Other than that, Rushler. I wish I had vodka out here. A hunter, angler, Russian, civilian menu. Because English. Be right back. Okay, we're back in the studio instead of being eaten by mosquitoes. And yeah, so what we didn't, obviously, was our Oops. 46 grams of sugar. It's kind of odd. Why is each of them 12 grams? Anyway, 46 grams of sugar are 21 grams of Mentos gum, because I screwed up. It was gum, not Mentos. I'm not popping that in my mouth. And there should be 10 pieces. And for some reason they have little red flecks on them. It smells like actual bubble gum. But, yeah, no thanks. And, yeah, this sucker. Uh, 312 grams. Sorry, 314 grams. Or 11.1 ounces of refuse. All in all, pretty good ration. Mains were all tasty. Everything else, of course, had suffered from... Don't throw those around. Age. Other than that, yeah, I would say pretty solid. So, yeah. Russian. Hunter, angler, hunter, however, whatever. Ration. Bourbon Street Joe. Bye.